Takashi Yamazaki's sequel to Godzilla -1 has finally been confirmed at a Tokyo event held in Japan yesterday, and they haven't gone with the generic Godzilla -1 sequel. It's actually called Godzilla -00 has officially been confirmed by the director and VFX guy. It's insane that Takashi is literally the Oscar award winning for Godzilla -1, is back at it again with a bigger budget, most likely, doing everything he did before, but on a much bigger, grander scale. So they dropped a 1-minute teaser trailer, and your boy War Stew seems to think he's found something in the logo. Now, I can exclusively say here, the logo is teasing something major. So the logo is teasing Naroko being affected with Godzilla G cells praying to Mothra. Now, I know that sounds insane. So the ending of Godzilla -1 was obviously Naroko survives Godzilla's attack and is reunited with Shikishima in hospital. But a mystery black mark appears on her neck, which director confirmed Godzilla G cells. This suggests that although she survived, she may be infected. So is the logo teasing her praying, bowing, being infected with the G cells, praying to Mothra? So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? What's you here? If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. Could subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and let me know how freaking excited are you for this movie. So this movie will be dropping next year. We've got timeline of the part of the year it's going to be dropped. Not only that, we got Legacy of the Monsters from Apple TV. Not only that, the year after we got Godzilla X Kong Supernova in 2027. Now, Toho do not like 2 Godzilla movies dropping the same year, I believe. So no chance is Godzilla X Kong Supernova coming out next year now. But we have this absolute banger. And also, check us out on TikTok, WSJ. All right, let's get into it. So as I said in the prologue, they dropped the title of this movie on Godzilla Day 2025 with a rebirth in Tokyo, Japan. So not much is known. The plot and cast are being kept under wraps massively. Now we can assume, because it was so popular, gross revenue over 100 million with such a tiny budget, that they're probably going to get a bigger budget. So the director and Toho are locking in a late 2026 release date, with production ramping up in New Zealand and Norway later this year. Them countries are generally cheaper. Usually in New Zealand, you get a huge tax break. Not really sure about Norway. Norway is expensive to go to. Not sure about filming. Full cast and story details remain under wraps. So this is cool because no one really knows a lot. Now, we know the budget for the first movie was $15 million, and it earned turnover $113 million. And became the first film in Godzilla's franchise 70-year history to win an Academy Award, taking home the Oscar for Best Visual Effects, which is insane because the director was the VFX guy as well. In a category crowded with Hollywood tentpoles with vastly bigger budget, it also became the all-time top-grossing live-action Japanese film at a North America box office, which is absolutely freaking insane. We know this is going to do absolutely insane numbers. So, as we said in the prologue, is Naroko praying to Mothra? I don't know, but we know something to do with the G cells. The logo does kind of look like Mothra. Obviously, it's just a theory, but what we know is the show will begin to show radiation sickness from the G cells. Now, whether she begins to mutate herself, I don't know, but the logo appears for her praying for salvation, potentially to Mothra. Perhaps Mothra holds the key to purifying the G cells. Now, the director, through his VR amusement parks ride, has brought to life his own visions in Toho's Big Five, all except for Mothra. Toho's being the Big Five: Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah. Is Mothra going to have an appearance in this movie? Now, I guess we could go really far-fetched in this and say, is she going to mutate into being a kaiju? I very much doubt she's going to mutate to being kaiju. But potentially, she could become really sick, or she begins to show traits of Godzilla, maybe have some psychic ability linked to Godzilla. Potentially, you don't know. So Godzilla is the antagonist in -1 series. So Mothra could be the hero potentially in this one. It's very fascinating, the fact they just dropped that right at the end of the movie, and it was like, boom, time to go. I very much doubt Toho is going to let a woman or even a man gain to the size of Godzilla and then end up fighting the actual Godzilla -1 Godzilla. That would be insane. But I think the mutation, the rapid healing factor, the psychic link to Godzilla potentially puts humanity at risk, or her own humanity. I don't know. It's an interesting one. But if we had Mothra enter the equation to maybe counterbalance Godzilla, who knows? It's very interesting. Now, I'm not saying she's going to turn into Mothra or anything like that, but maybe they will reveal kind of similar to how they revealed Godzilla's Island at the start of -1. I'm just spitballing here, lads. Personally, really would like there to be another Godzilla in this movie, but because of all the leaks and stuff for the last movie that turned out to be fake, which we covered, and like I say, lads, I cover all leaks, theories, news, rumors and stuff, but I don't think there's going to be another Godzilla in this movie, but there's going to have to be another villain, because we can't just have another movie of Godzilla absolutely wrecking a city, although we already know based on behind-the-scenes images and leaks that is already going to be happening in this movie, but it is fantastic that we're getting something. So in Mothra's original 1961 film, she actually had the ability to shield people from radiation poison through her wings. Does this mean that's what's going to happen because she's clearly been infected by the G cells? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, lads, because there realistically isn't much information to go off, but it's absolutely insane what we are seeing. So is Naruka key to taking out Godzilla's -1? Absolutely the best Godzilla we've ever had in live action in this modern day, in my opinion. I get it. Most of this video has been theory. We've gone over the Hollywood Report information from the Godzilla Festival, but it's pretty damn awesome. Really damn awesome, if you ask me. So I will do my best to keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest information about Godzilla -0.0, which is what it's officially called, Legacy, Monsters Season 2 from Apple TV, and obviously Godzilla X Kong Supernova. So any ideas, any theories, put them all below. I'm so freaking hyped for this movie because we don't really know. All we know is that Godzilla caused rampage. He's infected someone, and yeah, the whole kind of that side of the world is terrified of this Godzilla, and there's no one to save the day. Who is Naruka praying to? Who could it be? It could be literally anyone. It might not even be Mothra. Could actually be Hydora. Some people seem to think it's Hydora and not Mothra, but Hydora is also known as the Smog Monster. It's a famous giant monster kaiju from the Godzilla franchise. It is an alien life form that arrived on Earth via a comet and grows by feeding onto humanity's industrial pollution and waste. Hydora is primarily an antagonist and is also known for being one of the most unique challenges foes Godzilla has ever faced, nearly killing him in their first battle. I don't think she's actually praying to Hydora, but whoever the villain's going to be, it's going to be absolutely insane. A lot of people love to see Godzilla fighting another dinosaur-based villain, but whoever it's going to be, we'll find out. I'm assuming like there was really no villain for Godzilla -1 except for actually Godzilla. But I hope in this one they actually give him a villain. So like always, lads and ladettes, I will keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest Kaiju, Titan, DC, Marvel news. I would try my best to keep the trailer at the start of it, but if not, I'll overlay it. So like always, lads, I will catch you in another video. Check us out on Instagram at WarStew. Check us on Twitter, WarStewG. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.